What up, everyone? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and this video is going to be about H1Z1. Now, I realize it's been out on early access for a while, but I wanted to wait a little bit just to see, rather than give it a straight away first impression after like a day or two kind of thing. I wanted to wait and see how it got updated and the direction they were taking it. So, for those of you who don't know, H1Z1 is an open world zombie survival MMO-ish kind of game. Now, it was originally designed by Sony Online Entertainment, people who made something like EverQuest and DC Universe, but they were bought by a separate company recently, so it could possibly be coming to Xbox One or something like that. It was originally supposed to be coming to PS4 and PC. It recently released on early access on Steam on PC. Now, this game is going to be free to play when it releases, but what was strange was that when it came up on early access, the early access was for €20 and €40 depending on the package you buy. The €20 package comes with, it comes with a couple of airdrops, which are basically the real money. Well, we'll call them the real money pay to win things, because there's big issues about that. And the €40 package comes with more of them, more than the €20 package, and it comes with some keys which are used to open certain crates that have like exceptional loot in them. I don't play the game, I'm not too familiar with it, but I have been keeping up with videos, reviews, people playing it, the Steam community, things like that. Now, I can understand on a couple of reasons why they went with the pay for early access thing. One, it's more money for them, and two, they want feedback from the community. So chances are, if you were willing to pay for early access, you were more likely to be someone who was fully interested in the retail game and would give legitimate feedback. If it was free to play for early access, obviously everyone would download it and everyone would give all sorts of feedback. Some people would just be trolling, some people would just, they just do shit, they'd suggest shit just for the fucking sake of it. Now, on top of all that, I wanted to play it. I'm going to play it I'm most likely going to play it when it comes out full as free to play, but I'm not going to pay for the early access part of it. Now, other than that, that's just that part of it covered. So other than that, looking at H1Z1 as a whole, straight away it launched with massive server problems. People couldn't get on for hours at a time upon release. There was only a couple of servers. There's two different types of servers from what I understand. There's PvP servers and PvE servers. PvP obviously being player versus player, where you can kill each other as well as the zombies. Player versus PvE is usually known as player versus enemy or player versus environment, which you can't seem to kill each other, and you really only have to worry about zombies. Now, I don't even know where to go next. It looks like a good idea, but I've been keeping up with the developer notes and people who have been playing H1Z1 since it was first released on early access, and it seems like it's going in the right idea. I mean, apparently first off, it released and your thirst meter and your hunger meter, or energy, I can't remember which one it's called, they'd go down like 10% in 7 seconds kind of thing. So it was a bit impossible to play. For a while, it garnered the nickname Blackberry Eating Simulator, because you'd have to stop every 2 seconds to eat blackberries to gain your energy and thirst back, and you'd only get like 2% at a time. So by the time you take 5 steps to get to another bush, you already lost what you just gained. So yeah, I don't know, but apparently that's all changed now anyway. There's still a shitload of bugs and glitches in there, and from what I understand, there's a fuckload of hackers, but they seem to be updating it properly, and they seem to be making logical steps and logical progression upgrades. It's like they finally found out that things like the loot wasn't dropping properly. I mean, they finally found out that, say, why was every zombie dropping guns, and why was every zombie dropping billions of ammo kind of thing. stuff was too rare, stuff wasn't rare enough. So they seem to, I'm not saying they don't seem to have struck a perfect balance yet, but they seem to be working towards the balance, and it seems to actually be working. So, I mean, other than that, it's looking promising. I do plan on trying it once it comes out as full free to play. I don't plan on using any of the microtransactions. That's a whole other issue that I won't go in. Actually, I will go into them for a little bit. You can buy airdrops, so a plane will fly overhead and it will drop a crate, and that crate, because of all the noise, apparently attracts zombies, and other players can see it too. Now, some of the main issues with the airdrops and the pay to win aspect of it was that up until release, they had said that there's going to be no pay to win. Airdrops can't include anything good, no weapons, guns, armor, kind of things like that. And then an hour after the game released, they changed that, and they said, "Oh yeah, well now they can. They can, put in whatever we can put in whatever we want." And everyone went mad over it, justifiably, as it had been marketed for like 2 years under that aspect, and it hadn't been changed until after it was released. So that's that's why some of the people are angry about it. But another reason why people are angry about it is because once that plane comes in and the crate drops and you get there, it can come in at something like I think it can drop anywhere within a 750 meter radius of your character when you call it. Originally it was much smaller. I think it was like 200 meters or something like that, but they upped it. Now the main issue that is the issue, that is the problem with these, is that anyone can take your airdrop. So I could call in an airdrop and some other random player could take it. If you're on a PvP server, someone could kill you and take it. That's I don't know how much they cost or how much they're going to cost. I don't even know if you can buy additional airdrops at the moment in early access, but let's just assume it costs €5. That's €5 of yours not only gone, but gone to someone else. You basically paid someone else to win. So yeah, this issue has been beaten to death on Steam forums, other forums. There's other videos out there beating this shit to death, so I'm not gonna go. That's my talk of that done. I'm going to stay away from that part of it. But other than that, the survival aspect of it looks good. Once they balance the health and thirst, or energy and thirst, properly, once the loot is balanced properly, it seems like it's going to be a good survival MMO game. You have to build up your own little shacks and all that kind of thing, which are apparently glitchy and buggy as fuck at the moment too. But once that's fixed and balanced, that could be promising as well. So, I mean, it looks good. It looks promising is probably the better way. It's once they get it right. Now I know since they've been bought out by that new company and changed their name to Daybreak Studios, there's been some staff let go. Hopefully that doesn't have too much of a negative impact on the development of H1Z1, because I want to try it, and I want it to do well, even though it's a free-to-play game. Obviously, they're not going to make any money off me in particular, but that doesn't mean that they can't try to put out a good game, because I'm not the only one. In fact, the night before it released on Steam, I was saying to a real-life friend of mine, I told him, here, listen, log on to Steam, search for a game called H1Z1 and add that. That's that. I told him that was the Sony zombie MMO survival game that had been kind of hyped up and marketed for the last 2 years or so, and that it was finally coming to early access to Steam tomorrow, and that we'd start playing it. Now, and then the next day came around, and the early access packages had cost money, and we just said, fuck it, we're not playing for that. So we never did. But we do plan on playing it along with a third friend of mine, at least, once the game hits full free-to-play model. So let me know what you think of H1Z1. If you think it looks any good, if you think the whole debacle, we'll try stay away from the microtransactions. But if you think the whole paid for early access debacle was justified, like I mentioned in the video, or if it wasn't justified, if you think it hurt the game more than it did, or hurt the game more than it didn't. There's plenty of reasons out there. So let me know if you're going to play it once it's free to play. Let me know if you do play it now, because I'm curious to hear more players' thoughts on it. Like I said, I keep up with the Steam conversations. There's a couple of other forums out there that I use that have people playing them, so I can check it on there. And obviously there's YouTube videos of people who are playing it, not let's play style videos, but people who actually have played it for a while and have give out their opinions on it. So let me know all that in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one in my channel.